Responding to the demand of the industry, the East Africa Chef was created on the basis of networking for our chefs and also to interact among the suppliers to get to know what's available in the industry. Apart from that, we also wanted to have a platform where our chefs could be able to showcase themselves in terms of experience, work, and create an awareness about this career called the chef. We worked a lot with chefs across, not only Kenya, also Tanzania and Uganda, because we found that they have the same challenges. So we've opened it up for all the chefs in East Africa to be partners.
Firstly, I would like to thank Chef Media and putting up this East African Chef Expo. I think it's the first of its kind. Everything starts with small baby steps, and I'm hopeful in seeing this thing grow as time goes on.
I like this expo because I found it especially helpful because I'm not per se in the industry. I'm not working in a hotel or a restaurant right now, but coming here I've managed to come and interact with other chefs who are actually in the industry, which is something I would not have gotten if I didn't come to this event.
My experience so far, I have been enjoying the environment, and I'm very happy because you have introduced new modern ovens for the kitchen professionals limited, and also for the cleaning equipment, and then for the farmer's choice, I think they have come up with sausages for those people who are in diet, and that one is very good.
I would also like to thank the East African Chefs magazine and chefs.com. They've really done a great work in improving the culinary industry or art of East Africa, and I feel proud that I'm a chef, because chefs, we don't sleep hungry.
The East Africa Chef Expo was incredible. I got to meet chefs that I've not seen for a couple of years. I was one of the panelists, and the interaction between the students, the audience and the moderator was brilliant. I got to explain what really happens in the industry, and I hope they understood, and I hope they take my advice.
It's a privilege also to be here for the East Africa Chef Expo. It's been really good so far. I think basically having that talk, being in the panelist, has been very motivated to other chefs in the industry.
For me today, my highlight has been amazing to see a major number of chefs come through, and also apart from that, suppliers in the industry and major team marketers. And one thing I can say about the experience that we had today is that we were able to talk about paternal issues that are actually being a challenge in our industry. I would say one of the things that we need to pick on is to be able to come together as chefs, and also with the whole industry in Kenya. Apart from that, just to be able to market our food and showcase what our skills are all about.
The biggest takeaway from the expo is I got to meet new suppliers that I've not seen before. Maybe I'll manage to communicate with them and see if we can get good deals. Like I said, I met some new chefs as well in the industry, and I think that's a good thing.
Also, supplier partners, we've opened it up to all the suppliers that feel that they have products that they can be able to reach out to the chefs.
And this is EcoBurner, the reusable, refillable gas burner. Much safer, much cleaner, much greener. Fully adjustable. On the max setting it'll burn for 5 hours, on the low setting 7.5 hours. So this system is a cost-saving system. So not only is it greener, it's cheaper. It's a 75% reduction in your carbon footprint. In the current climate, this is very, very important. As you can see, I'm holding the product, so it's much safer. If I drop it, turn it over, it shuts off automatically. To reset it, just turn it off, and then all the way back on. Here in Kenya, there are a lot of outdoor events, so this is also windproof. So again, a much safer, much cleaner, much greener system. Our current partner here in Kenya is Odex, and we're working here with all the team on the stand, and we're having a great time. I'm really enjoying Kenya.
We are Brother Bosses Africa. The experience that we have is fantastic. We are well exposed because the hospitality industry is growing and have been growing at a very big magnitude. We have interacted with a lot of chefs and professionals from all over. Also the investors from various hospitality industries. We are feeling that we are well better exposed than we were previously.
We are excited to be associated and right now exhibiting at the EA Chefs exhibition for 2019. It's been 3 days of exciting experience whereby we've had the relevant, heads from the various hotels within the East African region, coming around, majorly chefs, very high-profile chefs from all the hotels around, coming to see what is trending within the hospitality industry suppliers in terms of the equipment that they need to use.
Ceramics Tableware is a dinnerware company that exports dinnerwares, and you also do branding for corporates and also for the hotel industry. Actually, it's quite a good experience because we've met quite different people from different industries come out to link up together. I think it's a good thing to work together at the Expo.
My name is Christine Amundi. I'm with Bakewave Limited, and we do commercial bakery equipment. We are the first East Africa Chef Expo, so we are proud to say that Bakewave is among the pioneer exhibitors. With bakery equipment, the market fluctuates. You're either servicing commercial bakeries or restaurants, and usually commercial bakeries take the heavier equipment. Bringing the light commercial to the Chef's Expo gives us the immediate target market. So now coming here, they are seeing that what we have can actually do both bakery and cooking, which is what chefs need. They need something that gives them both sides. The platform has given us mileage in terms of our visibility and the knowledge base for the product. I've actually learned how to cook like a chef because I needed to impress the chefs.
The chefs have come here and we've talked to them, we've shown them the new lines, we've discussed food presentation ideas. Because most of them are customers, we are also getting additional requests. We have exchanged ideas on how our products can enhance their day-to-day operations. People are looking for new ideas. That is most of the questions chefs are asking us: what is new, what is in the market? And luckily we've introduced about 2 new brands that are going to meet the needs of the chefs. And I think for me the takeout for this expo is no human is limited, no chef is limited. They can do anything, and we are here to provide all those solutions.
My name is Cyprian Tisiena. I'm a fashion student at Buruburu Institute of Finance. I'm an intern at Crown Jewel Enterprise. In the chef industry, many of them use plain fabrics like black. So I decided to come with an African. It's a different idea. In an exhibition, people do plain fabrics. They keep repeating themselves, so I decided to come with a different idea.
We specialize in cleaning detergents for the food industry, but we also have a wide range of products that we sell, like equipment. We're one of the main agents for pneumatic equipment in Kenya. We came to the Chef Expo at Sarit Center, great experience. We got to meet a lot of leaders in the industry, and also we educated some of the guys on solutions for the problems they were facing with the food security and food safety.
Food safety touches on everyone, individual, and in any hotel, any restaurant, it's very important for any kitchen or any chef or any caterer to be aware of food safety.
Most of the food businesses have no connection between food safety and the success of food businesses. Food safety is key. If I go to a restaurant and I encounter food poisoning 48 hours after visiting the restaurant, I have no way of letting the business know that I had a food poisoning case. So number one, I'll never go back to the business. Number two, I'll probably complain and tell my friends or relatives about it. So
Food safety is critical to food businesses, and it's about time our chefs and food business operators to understand that we cannot forget about food safety when we want to do safe food. There is a huge disparity because from this kind of training, it's not available locally and it's not popular. The principles of catering are three. Number one, we have to produce food that is nutritional. That is why a chef needs to look at what he's combining in terms of a menu. Number two, we have to produce food that is nutritional. And that means that it has to add value. And number three, we have to make food safely and safe for the consumer. So all those things are connected to food, and we need to have the chef equipped with such skills.
We also had the first East Africa Chef Summit, where we had various expertise talking matters food, hygiene, training. The topics touched on the culinary industry.
At the premier Chefs Summit, executive chefs were connecting with the middle tier chefs, and indeed the younger chefs who are within the industry. The chefs were cutting across from all segments of the industry. Kenya was represented here, Uganda was represented here, Tanzania was represented here, Rwanda was represented here. The intention of coming up with the summit was to ensure that chefs add even more value as we go along the journey of ensuring growth within the East African market. During the discourse in this particular summit, we noticed that the chefs came up with tremendous ideas that can propel them to the next level of growth. Key among them was having an association for chefs across the East African market. Two, what emerged is that there are salary gaps for the chefs. Their income should commensurate with their talents. This is timely, particularly for the East Africans, considering that there is a lot of investment which is being done within the hotelier market space, if not the hospitality marketplace. Now, third component about this summit was just to ensure that the chefs are guided a lot better. A key component in all this is not only about the skill sets, but ensuring that there is enormous passion for someone who is committed to become a chef. Two, there ought also to be an attitude that is so positive towards the industry. We notice that there is so much that is also required for training within this sector. In this regard, we see an opportunity for chefs even doing a lot better if curriculums can change based on the demands that are there in the industry.
What we discussed today was quite important. It has given us pointers of the gaps we have in the market, and this would be the best way to address such gaps we have so that we can make it better.
We also had mentoring programs during the East Africa Chef Expo. This is where we had students from different culinary schools who were able to come here and were mentored by chefs who have been in the industry. They were also taken through by some of the suppliers about the products, and we intend to sustain this so that we can be able to also bring our student chefs up to par with what is happening in the industry.
We can invite the young ones, the aspiring chefs, to inspire them more and to be, tell them the truth about navigating the whole career path for you becoming a great chef. Because being a chef nowadays is not all about cooking. We know cooking is the basic, and good food is about the custodian of a chef who is in a hotel. But above that, the industry is evolving. We are seeing chefs who are meant to be managers of their business units, which are the kitchens. So we are saying they run with good food, they are running human capital, they are running with food cost, they are running with food safety, occupation healthy, they're looking at the waste management, all the work. And those elements make a great chef.
Yes, I've mentored some and a lot, and I'm still doing it, and I'll still do it as long as I've got this punch of growing young lads, and this is my vision in this world. I was brought in the same way, so I have a mentor. I got that chance to be in the kitchen. I was brought up by a very good chef. He took care of me since I was 19 to about 28, so those about 10 years with him. So I'm actually replicating what my former boss used to do.
I just want to encourage female chefs to not look at the gender per se, and just go out of the balloon that they are in and get out of the bubble, go out. In as much as this career has been misconstrued to mean that it is only for the male chefs, females can do it.
To be a good chef, first of all, you have to have the right attitude. That's the first thing you need to have. I know everybody speaks about passion. Yes, the passion should be there, but you need to be focused and self-driven. All right, discipline definitely has to be there. It's a very important thing in the kitchen. But the first thing is your attitude has to be right, your focus, and your self-drive. Those are the three things, or three elements that I would say a chef needs to have.
Since I study culinary arts, I have gotten to know some suppliers whom I can work with in my practical or some of the activities I engage in cooking. Secondly, we've been able to find some partners that we can collaborate with in some of our school activities. Finally, I would like to thank my school principal, Mr. Duda, for this opportunity, and all my chefs for giving me this skill.
We came here today for a Chef's Expo, and I was enlightened by what I saw in the stalls. My best stall was Oshwal. Then there's this stall that has design. They deal with chef's uniforms.
So the benefits of the expo, there's a lot of networking, one between chefs. You will find that we were able to get chefs across our region, so they were able to sit down and they were able to network. And then also suppliers were able to network with the chefs, and they were able to train or take them through the various products that were being showcased.
My experience in the Expo has been information overload. I'm a hotelier by trade, so when I came here, I got confused. I was like a kid in a candy shop. I was everywhere. I encourage you all, professionals or just home experts, to come along and see what you can get here.
I think this is what everybody who is in the culinary arts business or anything related to food needed. It has given us a lot of exposure to what's out there, what different people are doing in all areas, cutlery, food, crockery, all that. Yeah, so it's a good exposure.
I must say the Chef Expo opens a new eye. What I believed about the chef experience or the kitchen experience. It was also very exciting to get to see a lot more of kitchen appliances, including the very modern ones, things I never thought would matter. I would salute them. They've done an awesome job. It's been very organized, and it was well attended, I must say so.
My experience has been good. Specifically, I liked the blue band section and the ceremony cheese section. At the blue band stand, what captivated me was the new blue band product for baking, and I'm a baker myself. So I also got a sample so that I can go and try at home and try the new product so that I can see if I'll shift from the current one I'm using.
Today I must commend the East African Chef Expo and the organizers, that by coming up with this, it is so important that every product who is exhibiting, or every exhibitor who is showcasing their product over here, they are showcasing consistency, quality and delivery, and how fundamental it is that from the start to the finish, from the cooking, from the kitchen to presenting the dish to the table, to the customer, that we have to ensure from the cleanliness, from the presentation, from the cooking, from presenting something on a platter. and delivering it to the customer and the consumer is so important that the customer needs to be happy.
Our products include the East Africa Chef magazine, which I believe most of our chefs have seen it. We are also having the chef book. This will be an annual magazine where we feature over 100 chefs. And then we are also going to have the East Africa Chefs Awards. This is just awarding our chefs in different categories and also the suppliers. And then also we are going to have the Chefs Challenge, where we'll have now the chefs coming in and be able to do a live cooking where they'll be judged according to their skills or presentation and the time taken.
I can encourage more chefs to come because it's one avenue that helps you to get the best out of you and learning from the fellow chefs. And by the way also, you come to get suppliers, get people that get you what you want, and an opportunity that you interact with them. They custom make for you things according to your needs and specifications.
My advice to other chefs who didn't make it today to Serit Center, next time this is organized, I know the message will reach you. Please endeavor to come, because the much you've missed is a lot. Because we've talked about technology developing up, stepping up on the industry, safety in the kitchen, whatever it needs for the hotel industry to grow is what has been talked today.
It is an experience that no chef would want to miss. So if you're at home, if you're wherever you are in the hotel working, spare some time in future. These forums are really good for networking.
One of the most important things for any chef, I would say, is to basically come learn your products, understand the products. When you start thinking of prepping procedures and how you can actually recreate and innovate, this is the place to be. Walk around, learn the stands that are there, and be able to engage and ask questions. That way we can grow our market in the industry, and at the same time also get to reach out to our students and those who would love to join the industry, just to inspire.
I would urge the chefs out there to come and really patronize this event. Yeah, it's always a good venue to come and network with chefs in the industry. You know, we are hard to find around, and we really get time to network. So these are good, and also to come and meet suppliers. These are the guys who give you what you need to be a great chef.
And for those chefs who are growing up, this is the right place for you to be, because the ideas you get here make you grow, make you develop, make you know what you're chasing after.
I would challenge the team from East African chefs to actually come together and bring all these chefs, because they can. So if it's really possible from them, because what I've seen, people from the schools and the industry itself, they're asking a lot of questions, and it's about time we come together and match.
Certainly, I would say that the organizers have tried their level best, because they have kept to the niche of the client profile that suppliers like us have been looking for. And also I would encourage them to make it more a Pan-African, meaning try to go beyond maybe Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, go over to South Sudan and all the rest, Ethiopia, Rwanda. Otherwise, I'm quite excited and I look forward to the next event.
One thing we are very grateful, because the event, based on our own assessment, have been very successful. Because we didn't have a hitch in the last 3 days we have been here. It has been running very smoothly.
I think it's the first step into it, and we'll grow together. I'm happy that people are walking around looking at things. Some are actually even buying, so it's really positive. Thank you for the exhibitors. Thank you for the organizers for actually inviting me to be here to talk about the industry and the people around and how things move and work in the kitchens. So for that, I give this a thumbs up, and it's really good.
Thank you, the organizers, for giving us this opportunity. I think it's been a success, and probably this should not be an annual event. Let it be almost like maybe quarterly event, so that we can incorporate more chefs.
To the organizers of the event, it was it's an awesome deal for you. I give you a credit because this is a big thing. It's a big thing because it has brought people together. Us who are from Uganda, others from, it's bringing us together. It's something very important that you just have to continue doing this.
It's a good initiative, and that's the way to go. And all what I'm asking them is to reach out for more stakeholders out there and see how we can make it better.
If we continue with this spirit, I think East Africa will be a very good, I'll call it a home for hospitality. Because really, we've been having something lacking, but right now I can see it is getting fixed. We have benefited a lot. So many ideas we have taken home, so many items we have seen. This is really amazing, and everything, the whole experience is really great. I love Nairobi.
To the organizers of the Expo, great job done. We're looking forward to the next one. We will be there.